All right, so you're checking out this video because you're curious what I have to say about Olivia Rodrigo. I just have to preface this. These are just some thoughts that are floating around in my head, things I notice, things I see. I have an 11-year-old daughter, so I am exposed to things that the teenage or tween girls are interested in. I've been hearing Olivia Rodrigo a lot on the radio. When did Driver's License come out? Maybe last spring? It hasn't been that long. It was definitely, I think, in 2021. Anyway, when I first heard it, I thought it was a fantastic song. And I especially was excited when I found out who was singing it, because my daughter used to watch a show on Disney called Bizaardvark. Maybe you're familiar with it. Olivia Rodrigo starred in it. She's the co-star. And it was a really funny show. And she and the other lead were both musical in it. They made music videos. That was part of the plot. She was on the show from 2016 to 2019. Again, started when she was just 12 years old. So she's one of these child actors that Disney likes to find, is really good at finding. She's a beautiful, talented young girl. And my question is, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? What I'm talking about here is, how come the Mouse House keeps finding these lovely, talented young girls, putting them in their shows only to then promote them to become, it's like they set them up to become sex symbols. Let me read you a list of some of the talented, beautiful young girls who have come out of the Mouse House in the past 20 years. We've got Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Lindsay Lohan, Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, Dove Cameron, Amanda Bynes, Hilary Duff. I'm probably missing some. Oh wait, Zendaya. That's probably not even all of them, but those are some of the most famous young actresses and pop singers that we have nowadays. And Disney's obviously great at recognizing talent and finding people and then promoting them to go on to be bigger than just Disney stars. But the problem is, a lot of these girls are objectified at a very young age. They frequently are the perfect mix of beautiful and cute, which appeals to both men and women. And we have some cases where the results are okay. I think Hilary Duff is out there living a good life. Ariana Grande seems like she's doing well. This is all based on tabloids and what they present to the public too. Miley Cyrus seems good, sometimes not so good. Sometimes she's sort of up in the air. The not so great examples are, of course, Britney Spears, who, is constantly in the news for the shitty turn of events in her life. Amanda Bynes, I don't even know what's going on with her, but I know she had tons of mental health issues for a while. Lindsay Lohan, because, again, not sure what's going on with her anymore, but I think we've lost her probably to drugs, or if she does, ever recover, we lost many years of her talent to drugs. But I think our latest example is Olivia Rodrigo, because she's only 18. She put out this hit album that I keep hearing new songs from. First, it was Driver's License, which I loved, and I went and told my daughter, and we were all excited that Paige from Bizaardvark has this great song on the radio. She soon after appeared on Saturday Night Live, which I watched her performances. I didn't love the song she performed, which is also one of the ones that's on the radio all the time. I think it was the one where she screams, "Good for you, good for you." I think she's doing a punk thing, or she's trying to do a punk thing. I don't know if I was buying it. I don't know if it really suits her, but I appreciate that she appreciates punk music. Another song that was out there is Deja Vu, which is a pretty ballad. Again, those are catchy songs. They're kind of meh. I don't think they're as good as Driver's License, but it's okay. They can't all be as good as Driver's License. But lately, the song I've been hearing is Traitor. And this is where I just kind of I'm getting Olivia Rodrigo fatigue, because all of these songs seem to be about the same thing. And when I did a little research, it sounds like the album was written based on her experiences as a 17-year-old, which is a mere year ago for her. And it sounds like it was all based on one relationship she had. Now, I remember being young and heartbreak and the terrible ways you can feel. And I am not trying to take away from her experiences and her wanting to write about those experiences. I just wonder if she has enough material really to make a whole album off of one short-lived relationship. The song Traitor makes me question it because some of the lyrics, I raise my eyebrows. It's just kind of almost like a lack of maturity. It's this lyric in particular that got me. It says, "You talked to her when we were together. Loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor." I have a problem with this because all is fair in love and war. I'm not a fan of cheating. If he cheated on her, I'd be like, girl, yeah, you sing your heart out. That sucks. But if someone was dating you and they met someone else and decided to break up with you and date another person, I think that's not so bad. I mean, that is what dating is like. And it sucks that happened to her while she still liked him. And I guess he wasn't as into her. He wanted to try dating this new girl. But the fact is, if she dates for even a little while into her 20s, she will be the one probably with the shoe on the other foot, where she's the one who will be dating a guy. He's nice enough. They have a good time together, but she might meet someone where the sparks start to fly and she's interested in pursuing that situation. What this guy in the song did right is he at least broke up with her before he pursued the other girl. If it was like my son or my brother, I wouldn't appreciate them being called a traitor. I know there are worse things you can call someone. It's not like the worst insult in the world. That word would be stupid or ugly. However, I think it's unnecessary. I mean, that, along with all these other songs, apparently about one guy, do a little bit more living and get a few more experiences under your belt so that we can hear about a different topic. Another issue that's swirling around Olivia Rodrigo is the question of whether or not her music's really original. There have been a few stories in the news where she has had to pay royalties to Taylor Swift and Hayley Williams of Paramore fame. Apparently, a couple of her songs sound very similar, and she and her team have not denied it. They've just gone ahead and paid money to Taylor Swift and Hayley Williams, not even denying it. That makes me raise my eyebrows. And I don't really love to hear that she's stealing songs from people to make it big on her own. I don't know if it matters at this point. She's making tons of money and she's going to be huge without that, but of course we want someone with original ideas. She was pursued after she was starring in High School Musical, the series, in 2019. Again, not that long ago, but she sings in that as well. A producer picked her out, this guy, Dan Nigro. He approached her and asked if she wanted to write an album together. And apparently he's like half the writing credit on this album. So I'm not sure. Maybe he's the one who lifted the music from Taylor Swift and Hayley Williams. Maybe Olivia Rodrigo didn't do it at all, and they're having a fight in the studio. And she's like, "Why did you do that? It's making me look bad." I don't know. We don't know the behind the scenes, but someone, either she or he, is responsible. Last, this is kind of the mom in me. She has appeared at several events lately wearing, so first there was the Met Gala, and she was wearing a very high fashion outfit. It's very sexy. It's too sexy in my opinion for an 18-year-old. It's like a black lace bodysuit, and it leaves very little to the imagination. But what really raised my eyebrows is maybe a week later she went to another event, and what was that event? The Academy Museum of Motion Picture event. That's what I wrote. I'm not sure what that is, but the dress she's wearing is extremely sexy. Look at me, look at me. And I feel like she's already kind of got this fame going on and she doesn't need to do that. That said, I realize fashion is a personal preference. She can dress how she wants. She's an adult now at 18, but we all know there's a difference between being 18 and 25. Or 35 even, or 45. So I'm just concerned that the second she hit adulthood, she is like kind of going down that path, which we've seen lead to ruin and not so great things for some of these other young ladies who came from Disney. I think that's it. I got all these feelings off my chest, all these thoughts off my mind, and shared them with you guys. I would love to hear what you think. So you take care of yourself, have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon.